how the Corsairs can take on those Scourge a little bit.
That's one of the main reasons you don't see Reaver play as much against Zerg. I like seeing it. I mean, obviously, Zergs pop like balloons when the Scarabs hit on them, but just because, I think for two reasons. One, because of the Scourge, and one, because when you go Hydraless like this, you can pop a Reaver fairly quickly. Oh wow! Wow, taking some for the team there. No Corsair going down. I don't know if that was good micro by Movie or bad micro by ZerO, but Movie is going to retreat a shuttle back. Of course, the shuttle doesn't have speed yet, so Shuttle's going to be very, very vulnerable. Corsair's going in here to get a scout and to try to take out a few Overlords. You know, at this point, ZerO, ZerO does know there's a Reaver, but ZerO could have thought, oh wow, and just a lot of Hydralisks coming up here. But I was going to say that, you know, it wouldn't have been a bad idea to try to drop in maybe a Dark Templar or two in there as well to try to maybe get some sort of harass going. But no harass going at all. Right now, ZerO firmly with 3 bases, 5 hatcheries is going to start pumping out the Hydralisk, it looks like, going that the Neo Sauron Zerg that I love so much, at least from what we can see right now, and taking out a ton of Corsairs. Yeah, Movie is playing very, very careless with his Corsairs. He really just gone.
You know, Movie, there's a reason they call it Corsair Reaver. It involves Corsairs, and that's kind of integral to your strategy, and so you might want to get some more of those. Although it looks like he's putting out some more Dragoons, so he might just be going for a kind of a Goon Reaver combination. Right. But he has lost a lot of Corsairs, lost a lot of advantage, did not get off any initial harassment with that first Reaver. The Hydras and the Scourge came in at just the right moment and were able to just basically push that off. And the Zealots did not know what they were getting into there on that ramp. But yeah, so ZerO with a huge advantage now.
Where's the Templar? Where's the archives? There it is.
There's the archives.
Just now.
Well, he spent so much gas. You got to remember how much gas Corsairs cost.
Well, this is
so he didn't have the gas credit for Templars, but there they are right there. Yeah.
We were talking a little bit earlier about how we've noticed things being a little bit different in the PvZ game lately, and this is one of the things I've noticed is players getting the Reavers because they've been having such trouble with Templars getting picked off by Mutas that they've been getting Reavers more, sometimes in combination with the Templar. So the Reavers are kind of like backing up. So even if the Templar get picked off or run out of storms, the Reavers can still do plenty of damage and still kind of pick up the pace. And Scourge going in! Oh, he sees the shuttle! They're going right after the shuttle! What does he have? I don't think he has anything to protect the
speed kicked in just now!
Oh no, he's running straight through
the Templar storm!
Oh, look at that dodge! Look at that storm dodge! Oh, that storm was not dodged.
The shuttle speed kicked in right when the Scourge saw that shuttle.
That
went, oop, I'm out of here.
That was beautiful.
Man, yeah, I'm really actually surprised that the Movie had storm by now. Honestly, with the gas he was spending the Corsairs and such, I didn't think he actually would have had enough to research it. It looks like the shuttle is going to go down. Or not.
Oh, man.
Oh, he wanted to pick off the Templar.
Not that great.
Instead.
Oh, there it goes.
There we go.
Nicked it on the side.
So, ZerO still, though, with an overwhelming amount of just units on the map between Hydras and Mutas. I thought even earlier he could have just A-moved actually into Movie's base. Movie did put up a ton of gateways, but look at that force of Mutas. And +1 Carapace going up, so it's going to take a little more to take those Mutas down. And just the fact that earlier it looks like this DT is going to go down, like you mentioned, the fact that Movie just sacked all his Corsairs. I mean, granted, his Sarah Reaver build had failed at that point, but he didn't need to just waste all those Corsairs either.
Yeah.
He definitely should have tried to save those, because now look at this. He has no units can even shoot up towards these Mutas except for like 2 Dragoons. Reavers, though, are going to be able to defend, but he could probably pick off those Reavers. It looks like he's going for the Dragoons. One Storm not being very effective. Yeah, there's only... Okay, he does have a few amount of Dragoons and those cannons, so actually ZerO cannot move in there and take out those goons, but very Zealot-heavy army right now, so he could essentially do something with those Mutas, but right now, Movie is doing the smart thing and just turtling in his base while he gets a bigger force. I thought that he just pushed out too fast with those Sarah Reaver in the beginning. He should have waited till he had a bigger group, and that was really a bad idea, I think. But it looks like he is going to push out now. He does feel like he has a big enough force. Those Templar are going to be really important. And this is a map that is renowned for Templar sniping by those Mutas, which we were just talking about. And it looks like here he comes in, and yep, there it is, 2. And I don't know if he's going to get that 3rd. It looks like no, yes. He gets the 3rd Templar. So
there might be some more in the... Oh, wait, no, the Reavers are in the shuttle, not Templars. Sometimes they've been protecting their Templar and shuttles a little bit more lately as well. But now there's just those 2 Reavers in there, and he's going to have to be very, very careful so Scourge don't run in and kill off that shuttle, because that's the vulnerability of the Reavers, is their mobility there.
What I like to see a lot more is Maelstrom being used in this case. A Maelstrom right there would have got every one of those Reavers, and then you followed up with like a Light Archon or a couple Storms, and you can, or not Reavers, got every one of the Mutalisks. A big in her, or a big battle coming in her right smack in the middle. A
Shuttle
surround coming in. Shuttle goes down. The Reavers are still holding right now, but there's, oh my gosh, and apparently there is actually an observer. I can't see it anywhere though.
Yeah, it's there.
It is there, observer on the scene. Wow, Movie able to completely defend off the attack. And what I was gonna say is that when Pure pushed out on ZerO, it was because of army composition. It was because he had the storms, he had the zealots, he had everything that he needed. And this is what's going on right now. ZerO is getting overrun here because basically Movie has everything he needs right now. He definitely could use maybe a couple more Templars, but in this case the Reavers are just going to start shredding through the armies here if they don't get picked off by the and they're going to get picked off. No! Wow, a lot of casualties here. ZerO facing a lot of casualties. ZerO right here almost at half the food count of Movie at this point. And Movie is moving out, doing the strong mid-game Protoss push that Pure did and was able to successfully beat ZerO. We might end up seeing a repeat of the last game. This other bases, both of these hatcheries are going to get taken out here, and that's going to be a huge hit for ZerO. I mean, certainly right now he still is running strong on through. Oh, and here we go, another a counterattack coming up. That Reaver is going to go down, so that's a good job by ZerO in taking that out. But you can see ZerO here. ZerO is licking his lips here, and not because he's hungry for Protoss, because he is worried. He's getting nervous here that another one of his bases is going to get taken out. And if another one of ZerO's bases gets taken out here, then he is in huge trouble and probably end up losing the game. Sunken Colony's going up here, but a little too late.
Yeah, ZerO should have had those Sunkens up a while ago, actually. And a big storm there, catching some Hydras and some Mutas. Yeah, this is going to be GG for ZerO. I thought earlier he could hold, but with all these rallied units, it looks like ZerO is going to try to bring this Hydras, but all they're going to do is take out that one Archon and then die to Dragoon Fire after that. Movie is effectively in the natural base of ZerO. Drone's not doing anything. That's pretty much all he has left to attack with, and just, yeah, not enough hatcheries left to even build those Hydras. Really just Movie, he was really sloppy early on in the game, but when he plopped down all those extra gateways, you're really seeing that here. He just pumped units, and honestly the timing was such that ZerO did not quite have all his Hydras out that you would usually see. So, and also just the Reavers were really effective. That too, Reavers were really effective in this game.
Yeah, it was good having those in with the army basically because then you can fend off the mass Hydraless forces. And, that is one of the things that you really have to counter is the mass Hydralisks. And there's the GG. Wow, ZerO not looking very happy as expected. Going to go 0-1 for the series here. And if ZerO loses the next game, he'll be out of the OSL. And I will be extremely disappointed. And a little angry.
I am disappointed right now. I'm pretty disappointed. Movie just, wow. And I think it came down to that battle there. ZerO, I don't think should have attacked him when he was in the center there. Because all he had to do, he only had like a couple points of approach up the little ramp there and from the opening on the side. And it's not where you want to attack as a Zerg going into a small area. You want to attack in a larger area where you can get a surround and that kind of thing.
Right.
And just didn't work out for him. And he lost his whole army, and that was pretty much just the beginning of the end. So
yeah.
I'm not exactly sure why he decided to engage at that point. He'd been doing a really good job so far of playing tactically, and then he just said, quick, throw all my units at him, burrow all my lurkers in one spot so that a single Scarab hits all of them.
No, I agree. I mean, I think it was a good idea for an attack. It just wasn't executed well enough. I mean, getting a surround is obviously, that's the lunch special for Zerg. You love seeing that. But yeah, if you do a rushed surround attack that you haven't really been planning, which I think is what that was, I think that's what happened. ZerO ended up just coming out underneath on that one.
Well, I think that part of the problem is that the timing of it was that ZerO may have thought that he might have been going for his third base, actually. Because a lot of times Protoss at that point would be going for their third base. They're just protecting their third base. They don't have near as many gateways as Movie had. Honestly, you might have 4 or 5, but I think he had between 5 and 6. So he definitely had the extra units. So I just don't think that ZerO had the scouting information. He maybe didn't know how large that force is that he was engaging. So he expected to come out on top and just didn't realize how powerful of a force that he had there. And also the Reavers, he took out the Templar, so he was confident that there was no Templar, but he didn't think about, well, he still got 2 Reavers. So part of that is just, it's a good counter. We haven't seen a lot, like you said, but Reavers, I mean, maybe Zergs need to take them more seriously.
Yeah, I would agree.
All right, well, ZerO is still going to win the series 2-1.
Yep,
So
I believe.
So it's okay, it's okay. That was just a fluke.
I believe.
Just a fluke.
Well, let's see. So far we've seen...
Movie's career is a fluke, but it's working out.
We've seen one Zerg lose, one Zerg win. Let's see if Protoss or Zerg is going to go in the advantage here in the round of 8 with Stork versus Shine coming up next.